Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out Total War Arena tonight. I'm going to play some archers first. Hopefully the matchmaking isn't too long here. It's been really hit or miss tonight. This game's still in closed beta testing, so to actually play it, you either sign up on the website, or another option is if you go on Reddit in the Total War Arena. People usually have some spare keys lying around. Which it looks like it's gonna get out of closed beta here beginning of January they're shooting for, and that's gonna be the last like wipe of the game, and from there on out any progression kind of sticks. It's gonna be done testing. Anyway though, since the last time I streamed this, which was last Tuesday, kind of the first time we've actually picked the same game 2 weeks in a row, I got a little bit further here. Basically, I'm up to tier 3 with standard units, and then with premium units I still can play. I can play like tier 4 just about. Which Levi, he wasn't going to be in the room here tonight, but he has forced his way back into the room. So... Alright, so we have this map again. Currently, I hope I don't get the, which it's a pretty big coincidence, but there's a map called Rubicon, kind of the failed patch in World of Tanks. That's what they were calling it. This game, whenever I get on Rubicon, it gets really laggy and it's almost unplayable. Pretty much just that map. It's kind of strange. So here goes nothing. Usually it's stuck at 100% loading, but it takes, you know, an extra few seconds here to load into a battle. For anyone that didn't see the last Total War stream, more or less, at least in low tiers, the game's broken up into like a few different types of units. You have horsemen, spearmen, infantrymen, so basically swords, archers, and a little bit of artillery in the form of catapults every now and then. Hello, nice guy, and everyone else, you know, popped in here a little earlier. Hey, Floyd's on my team. I don't know if that's actually Floyd, but there is actually, you know, I have King Leonidas as one of the heroes, and he does say stuff like that. But I actually just got off of this map, and I did pretty well. Oh god, I thought I was over there. Oh well. Alright, I'm just gonna rush over this away. Which, it's looking like I'm getting some CPU lag. See, hopefully you can see in the upper right hand corner, it's at like 200 milliseconds. It's been odd. This is the first time I'm getting it on this map, but yeah, let's say this is what was happening on Rubicon, but it shouldn't be doing this since, you know, it's basically a little bit of a bug in the game. Hopefully it fixes itself, but yeah. Go figure. Change your name in the game? I do not think so, but I'm not sure. You know, it is kind of a wargaming game, so it is tied to your wargaming account, I believe. So it's, you know, unless you change your name in World of Tanks, I think it's going to be the same. But ooh, we are a bit of a pickle right now with this. Oh lord, I don't want to shoot my own guys. Our team's like rushing. Increase my range a little bit here. It's a little difficult, honestly, right now, because with the lag, it's definitely a little harder to aim at things here. But hopefully the next battle, it seems to be on a match-to-match basis, come to think of it. Like sometimes you get lag. Yeah, it's kind of strange, but that's why it's in closed beta still. More or less though, here as archers, I will cause a lot of team damage as far as my hero here kind of screaming it out. I'm going to cause a bit here, but I should cause a lot more to the enemies. It's almost a guarantee you're going to do friendly damage as archers here. Which I have down in the bottom here, you see with the C with the arrow next to it. You can do different consumables. I choose to put ones with a little bit more range on them, which unfortunately I'm down to just one arrow at long range. Honestly though, this game, I would say it really has that aspect that World of Tanks has to kind of suck you in, whether that's good or bad. Yeah, it's kind of really fun playing this. Someone gets circled on the mini map because you can draw on the map here. Someone is near our base, which is not good. I'm not going to worry about it just yet because I can get back there and reset if need be. But tactically speaking, this game is really reliant on teamwork, which is why you can draw on the mini-map. There's pinging, of course, and pretty much you live and die by teamwork a lot of times. Nice to see a lot of you guys, though. You know, hopefully everyone had a pretty good day here. I'm gonna start heading back this way. I'm not too keen on pushing into their base just yet. Hello, Vertic. But currently, you see a lot of the same people over and over right now, because being in a closed beta, you know, at times, like I'm not on the Discord, but a lot of people use Discord right now for this, just to queue up matches in a timely manner for certain tiers. Most people are in, which I didn't expect these guys to honestly run away this fast. Most people are kind of around like tier 3 to tier 6, it seems like. I've seen quite a few body parts drawn on the map, and also quite a few like hate symbols and stuff, but it disappears quick, so hopefully they don't remove it just for that, because it's easy to just ignore it. I really like the consumable feature. So right now a trilobite, I think, type of arrow that I have, you can pick different ones like flaming arrows. I have, you know, this one which causes it to shoot very far but doesn't cause a lot of damage. There's certain ones that penetrate armor better. It's really good because while some of them can be really annoying to deal against, or face against, say if you're facing archers and you have like heavy infantry with a ton of armor and it has an arrow that can penetrate you, it's a little annoying taking a lot of damage from them, but fortunately you only get a few volleys with it and then you run out of it like I did. So it's not like you're going to be able to abuse it the entire match. I'm going to mess these guys up. I haven't really, fortunately, had to worry about I haven't had to worry too much about spreading my units out. I've pretty much just clumped them up in a ball the entire time, which I'm just, sorry dude, I'm gonna shoot you. I might kill him, but pretty sure I'm gonna cause more damage to them than my allies will take. But we pretty much got this in the bag. In the upper part of the screen, you can always see how many units your team has versus theirs, and we're up by, you know, several hundred here. Uh-oh. This guy's marching in here. But we won. Hello, Dylan. Nice to see you. Hey, with Floyd. He's the best player here. But I'll play a bunch of different units here today. I have played Artie, yes. I'm gonna play an Artie match, maybe my like third or fourth battle. I'm a little bit scared to play it, honestly. It's extremely difficult to actually use, I find. The first match, it was almost hard just to get a shot off with Artie. It's honestly, it's not easy to play at all. It's extremely deadly, you know, because you're hurling freaking boulders at things, and if they touch anything, it basically kills a unit. But actually doing well in Artie is another thing. Plus, you easily get countered by horsemen. I find you die pretty easily. You actually have to protect yourself very intuitively, I should say. Like you have to build walls and like put up spears and stuff to actually survive. But a decent battle here. Let's move on to something a little different. I've been mixing and matching, which this is Julius Caesar. I use him with 2 catapults and also a swordsman. But let me hop into something a little bit different just to...
bow before no man.
I'm going to try this up. So with King Leonidas here, I've got 2 spearmen and I have 1 archer with them. Because I found doing all 3 spearmen, sometimes my team, if there was no teamwork, you're just useless. People just sat there, you know, you were getting yourself into like a phalanx position, which they can't really push on. And they're just sitting there shooting archers at you until you die. And it was pretty frustrating. No, you cannot. Basically, Artie, the way it works, you have to basically assemble the Artie in place, which you can slowly move it around. Not only do you have to assemble it, you gotta turn it. It's gotta aim in. You also have to take into account trajectory, of course. There's a certain amount of range to it. It depends on, honestly, the terrain elevation as well. There's a lot of different elements to it, and there's an automatic firing, which isn't very accurate, and then there's a manual firing. Honestly, it's really clunky right now, where like honestly the manual firing, it's just strange aiming with it. Sometimes you're clicking and there's like it's like a 2-second delay before it actually fires, so you don't know if you're firing or not, and you actually have to, at least from what I see, aim into, you know, each individual unit of, like, say, catapults you have. So you click with one and you're like, did I actually aim and fire here? And you're trying to go to the next one. It's difficult. But maybe I'll play it after this battle here. Some wait times are kind of long right now. It just, you know, the longest I had to wait was about 5-6 minutes here. So hopefully that's not the norm for tonight. Really hoping that my hat does not fall off. And also that Levi, he's kind of hiding in his bed here because I wasn't going to let him in the room tonight. I need to have the door closed because we have guests. And he's out there like whimpering, clawing at the door, so I felt a little bad for him. I'm actually going to head this way. So certain maps have different elements. You have your base, of course, which, you know, they're pretty well fortified on all the bases. They have walls, some have like real fortresses built around them that you can, say, stand on the walls with archers and shoot out of them. It is a tactic sometimes, say this flank's weak, to actually kind of, you know, you see people kind of defending the base. So where there's a lot of different tactics that you can employ. It's not just the same old, same old. I don't know where exactly my team is gonna set up just yet, but I'm gonna grab this watchtower here just to get a little bit more vision for my team. But vision is critical in Total War here. Without it, you're gonna have a very miserable time. But without this watchtower, let's say there are enemies here, which, you know, right now there isn't, of course. They would be hidden unless we didn't, you know, if we didn't have that watchtower, you couldn't see them in those, the tall grass until you actually got up to them. Now, honestly, it looks like most of the enemy is going to be down that way. It's just, it's a little bit difficult to, honestly, I don't want to ditch this side, but, you know, being up here alone, this guy is kind of going all off on his own. It makes it hard for me to justify just staying there. So I'm going to try to just move over this way. Could be a mistake, but, we'll see. I don't know, you know, that guy going off on his own that much is kind of annoying because I'm not able to keep up with him, nor are the other archers here. I'm not going to deploy my spearmen just yet. I'm just going to kind of wait and see. Which I'm getting a little bit of, you can see there's a little bit of lag here. You know, it's just something with the game where certain battles, like right now my CPU, which I'm almost lagging out here, certain battles, like you can have this much on the screen, and honestly my CPU isn't even taxed here, but the game just, even my GPU, it's not, yeah, this is kind of annoying right now. But it makes it really hard to play certain matches to where I don't know if it's like a limitation for their engine, but it's, you know, it's kind of annoying that the game lags when there's a certain map or, you know, we're getting. I'm actually gonna pull back here.
If you cannot aim enough not to hit our own allies,
yeah, I know I'm performing friendly fire. You need to chill out, dude. The game's lagging all over the place. Yeah, I'm routed. Basically, when you're morale, because I just got flanked, I'm really close to basically losing. Yeah, I just lost my hero too. It's just, it's really hard to actually play sometimes when there's this lag going on. Alright, I'm gonna turn hopefully and tie here. He just missed me. But time to play Dreadnought? That's always a possibility. Yeah, now I'm killing my own guys.
Our own allies are firing on us? I shall remember this.
Alright, let's kind of move up here.
Might be firing on us, but we must fight on without delay. Run!
Oh, why are you running away, dude? I'm coming to help you.
Our own allies are firing on us? I shall remember this. Into phalanx!
But I'm gonna give it another battle here. It's just the CPU lag. I don't know why it's doing it all of a sudden. I only had it one battle earlier. Oh crap, I did not want to do that. Whoopsie daisy. Now I'm actually team killing my team where I don't want to do that, of course. There aren't any chariots, no. Oh lord. Some big rocks coming in here. Which, this CPU lag is honestly getting a little bit ridiculous. No, I don't want to do that. It's hard for me even to control this, but we're barely winning here, honestly. Barely, but we technically, nah, we're starting to lose now. I'm getting frickin' archered, and also they have some catapults back there hitting me.
We're being damaged by friendly fire.
Alright, let's squash these people.
But we should not kill our own allies.
Come on, inch up. At least I'm trying to move up. Well, I'm gonna give it one more battle and see if it fixes itself here.
Orders received. We must defend our base.
Crap, we're actually being capped out here. That's kind of a problem. How many people are actually on? That guy, he's actually playing, so he should be able to reset them. I don't know why he's just running away. It might. That's what I'm gonna do. But basically, part of the problem, you know, given it's still in testing. The bug has to do something with the game engine to where it doesn't happen every match, or it's just strange to where it's something with multi-threading, which disabling it fixes it sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm gonna see if restarting it works. Already, honestly, on their team, he's actually, they have 4 SPGs, or heavy artillery, not SPGs. They're honestly not even doing that good. As you see here, aggression, that's more or less damage. Not all damage is kind of filed under aggression, but they're honestly not doing that well. They're not causing that much damage, but they were also essentially RDing their own team, which a lot of people don't understand that, you know, you're chucking these rocks at people and the accuracy is pretty poor, to where if they hit earlier than where the enemies are, they're just going to roll right through your own teammates through the back of their units, so it's going to cause more damage to them. And you can actually cause more damage as a, you know, a catapult player to your own team than actually inflicting it on the enemy team a lot of times if you're not playing it correctly. Probably gonna regret doing this, but I'm gonna take one for the team here. Alright guys, hold them. I like that you can, I'm gonna get flanked here, of course. Which these guys were running, I forgot to lower their shields. I like that each, you know, you have a group of units, but each unit is essentially individual, to where it matters. Like you can catch a couple enemies, say, off guard, and just slowly like chip off a few units at a time. Their spears are a little bit longer than mine. But we should win this, honestly. What's the worst that can happen?
We will be victorious.
I'm not even able to touch him, to be honest. I was joking when I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? That can. There were, you know, those spears being longer.
Our allies might be firing on us, but we must fight
longer
hard.
than mine, I actually can't get near that guy. So it's kind of neat, but if you have enough units, you can basically punch through just by sheer force. Well, this, like, I can see, like, my CPU, GPU, the usage. You know, right now, this, at times, it takes a little bit more than World of Tanks with the CPU. But my CPU, you know, it only hits about 50% total. But, I'll try to restart the client here and see if that does anything. Towards the end there, it was a little bit more playable, but sometimes you have a little bit of problems. Overall, you know, it was an alright match. I got towards the middle of the pack. You know, usually the higher up you are, capping honestly can get you a crap ton of points. Essentially, from what I see, each unit basically gets, you know, its own capture point, to where if you have like a full squad of I'm just gonna restart here really quickly, guys, so this will just take a second. It launches through the Wargaming Center, so it's pretty quick just to relog in. So if you have a full, you know, full group, 1 or 2 of units, you can really cap, you know, enemy cap quickly. A lot of times though, it's just, you know, kind of stragglers, which is, it gets annoying to where people will like take one unit that they have left instead of just like dying, and they'll go all the way around to your base. It gets you to turn around, but it takes a very long time to actually cap out that way. Anyway though, let's try my hand here at playing some catapults. So with this, you know, I have 2 catapults and essentially 1 swordsman. Playing all 3 catapults, you can get away with it sometimes, but most battles, like if you have one enemy get through, you're screwed. Like you can't fire that close up or do any damage close up. There's very huge drawbacks for certain units. Your only choice is to honestly set up your catapults pretty far away distance from one another and fire on yourself, which, you know, isn't that effective in the long run. I'm hoping though, you know, as far as bugs go, if they fix the CPU lag problem in the game otherwise, I don't notice too many quirks. For the amount of stuff going on and the amount of like tactics and depth to the game, it's been basically in development before Wargaming even acquired it. It's been like 2-3 years, I believe. This game's kind of been pedaling along through alpha testing and now closed beta. I started basically playing this in closed alpha about, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, I believe. So hopefully this battle, you know, fixes the problems here. If it doesn't, I could either play Dreadnought or World of Warplanes. It's just something to where I could potentially, which if you can hear that screeching, I can't do too much about it. We have wreaths outside and it's really, really windy outside, so unfortunately they're moving around a lot. It's just something to where Ryan and I unfortunately haven't been able to fix that yet. I wish I could honestly open the window to fix that little screeching, but so we actually have on front of our house the Grinch kind of pulling down our Christmas lights, and he's kind of tied onto that window. Well, Vertic, they have done a lot of updates. They actually put a new update out 3 or 4 days ago. I believe it just hit. They gave us a new map. They rebalanced a lot of things, like quite a lot of things, and fixed a lot of bugs. There's just something wrong with the CPU lag sometimes. You guys might not be able to hear it, but I can. I have the microphone set up whenever, you know, I'm using this third-party program I have to change the volume around when it comes to the mic. It actually cancels out a lot of background noise to where I finally have it set up to where, like this microphone, it's a Blue Yeti, and that's what it's called. It picks up like everything to where Ryan could have the TV on in the living room on the other side of the house, fairly low, like not too loud. It would still pick that up. It's, you know, it's really sensitive, but hopefully, you know, that frequency is kind of tuned out there. Hello, Rich. Nice to see you. Looks like we're getting a little bit longer matchmaking here. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer though. Which, I see someone in global chat here mentioning AI battles. They added that in to where it's essentially a tutorial, but basically PvE, where you basically group up with actual players on your team and you face off against AI. For the first 10 battles in Total War Arena, you get full experience for doing that. It's more or less enough to probably get the tier 2, you know, maxed out for your units. And then after that, you get slightly reduced experience and credits. Well, sorry that you hear the screeching. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... I can't do anything about it right now, but I have to fix that by next stream here. Uh-oh, we got Rubicon. Yeah. This is usually the map that I get some problems with the CPU bug in the game. So we'll see how this works here. You know, I've got 2 catapults and 1 swordsman. I also have another guy slightly beneath me there. He's got kind of the same thing, but 2 tiers higher. But it should die down though. Right now, we have like a really strong cold front coming through, to where hopefully once that passes through here, you know, the front of it, then the wind will die down a little bit. Alright. There's still 1 person on the enemy team loading up. I'm gonna set up here. I don't have enough range to start back there. Higher tier catapults can fire basically across the entire map. But the downside of that is, of course, the enemy catapults. You can see where things are being shot from. It's not like World of Tanks where there's no tracers, so you can get counter batteried at higher tiers from what I've seen.
Capture the enemy base.
All right, so I'm gonna set up. I'm actually gonna set up here. I think I've got enough.
The enemy has taken first blood. To battle! Fight!
I'm gonna set up back here. Yeah, we have a lot of arty, but you've got me on your team, so.
Construct stake walls.
All right.
Double time. Heavy artillery.
We got these guys built up.
Heavy artillery.
Yep, I can fire basically to that. All right. Fire. See, this is where, honestly, firing, it's weird. There we go. Good easy. I just turned off manual aim. Come on. I'm trying to fire, dude. It's just weird. It's not letting me. Like, I'm definitely clicking the right stuff. It's just... Alright, I'm turning off the manual aim because this is honestly screwing with me more than it's worth right now.
Ah, fearsome row of teeth.
So I'm just gonna
Quickly, reload for the gods.
use the auto aim essentially and just aim on specific. Come on, Artie.
Swordsman. Heavy artillery.
Yeah, the screeching.
Swordsman. Quickly. Erect stakes.
Right. They're within my... Yeah, I'm gonna Artie them now. Within a certain range, I actually can't fire on them.
Defenders.
So it's got a... Now it's resetting. Hopefully I don't cause too much damage to these guys. Find out here in a second.
Our allies lie among our
Sorry.
targets. We have units under attack.
Which I'm actually being...
Heavy artillery.
I'm being Artied now from something.
No, those are our allies. Heavy artillery. Executing orders. Your command. Quick march.
I'm actually gonna get my
Apace.
soldiers in here a little bit.
Heavy artillery.
Like I said, I'm a little scared to play Artie on the stream here because I am not very good at it. Like, I will definitely admit that.
Glory awaits. Heavy artillery.
Reload HE. You actually do have some consumables for our catapults here. Like, you can fling like hot coals. Let's try manual aim again here. Come on. It's like, this is where, you know, it takes a few clicks and it's honestly frustrating. Manual aiming sometimes, which I'm getting,
We fire upon. We have units
yeah.
under attack.
I'm kind of screwed right now. I just got, yeah, I'm flanked. I'm pretty much done.
Honor and glory. Cowards.
Really the only thing I can do here is try to run and drop the artillery, run away from it, and you basically get like heavily penalized
No,
for
those
doing
are
that.
Our allies. Our men are cowards.
I'm not going to be able to catch up.
Swordsman.
My poor catapult is laying there in ruins.
No, those are our allies.
My allies keep running into my frickin' spears. Like, I'm not the one team damaging them. I'm still kicking now. Not doing too well. Like, I am towards the top on my team, but I would say right now I'm not doing all too hot. I've got a lot of support. So essentially with that, I probably racked that up the few times where I was shooting people over this way. Where even though I'm not causing a ton of damage, as you see here with aggression, I am at least doing something, I guess. You know, I'm not exactly the most knowledgeable person when it comes to you know, this game by far. Fortunately, I can't fire here because I have teammates. Guess I can try to manually aim here if I can hit this guy.
We have units under attack.
I'll try. I don't know how well. Nope, just missed. I'm gonna stick with auto aim here.
On my mark.
Crap. And I didn't micromanage this right, and
Lie among our targets. We must stop.
this is really hard. You know, it might look like you're just randomly clicking around and stuff like that, but the game is really complex when it comes to micromanaging. I'm just gonna hit this guy so he can't fire safely. I need to find a new unit to hit.
Defenders, to our base.
I'll try to help this guy out.
Honor and glory.
Come on, already fire. Don't think I'm actually gonna hit him. But aiming with Artie, it looks very similar to World of Tanks, but actually hitting something is another thing. I just hit the top of the building there. Yeah, I did no damage.
Units under attack. Swordsman.
That caused a bit of damage there. Well, I agree that there should be friendly fire. It adds a lot of depth to the game. For good or bad, it's definitely something that Total War needs. Yeah, I'm gonna get pushed on here. Come on! I've got two people. Do him, Julius Caesar. he definitely died. Come on, fire! Crap. Which, if you look at the guy on the left, Olus Nearus, he's got that little disconnection symbol. That guy's AFK on their team and someone else is controlling his units. That's a cool feature to where even if people, you know, are AFK on your team, you can control their units and you're not down a person. It's definitely hard, you know, to do that because it's a lot more micromanaging on your end, but it's better than having, you know, just someone taking up a spot. I might actually, I killed one horse, two horses there. I just dropped down a bit as far as placements go, but at least I'm still kicking here, trying to help my team. I'm getting a little bit better at this whole manually aim thing. It's hard, you know, it's hard when you have multiple units because they all don't aim the same. It's not like you're just firing one SPG. I'm actually going to disassemble this. But the whole friendly fire thing, it gets a little annoying, which we're gonna most likely win this. Right now it just looks like there's these archers, and then after that, it looks like there's a catapult or two on their team. He's set up to hit this guy again. I don't know if he circled him or drew a penis on him, but Alright. Oop, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna try to move up a bit because I don't have enough range to hit near their cap here. Go. Get a couple buffs here to go a little faster. But even though I'm down to just one unit here, essentially, it's still you know, it's still important that you don't just give up, because especially with the way that range unit works, like archers, catapults and stuff, even if you have like a few horsemen or swordsmen or something, you can get, you know, you can get close to them enough to where you're able to push in hard and they can't damage you, and it really can still screw up an enemy team. Let's set up right here. Set up in the mud. Up after this, I'll play something differently. I've played archer so far and spearman. I'll play something like swordsman, something along those lines. Which I thought I was gonna have shots, but it looks like they're back near our cap again. Awesome. Well, no, I disassembled the arty. That other one that was back there, that was my other one that got destroyed. Waiting for him to spot this other unit here. Kinda saw where they came from. There we are. You can fire, you know, judging off of where you see archers, or even catapult rocks come from, which I just nailed that guy. You can actually blind fire people, which I need to stop shooting there, or else I'm going to kill my own team. They're down to 13 units, so let me... He was last seen here. What the hell? Nope, there he is. Let's say I'll blind fire this way for the hell of it. But that guy's finally just gonna give up. He just got freaking heavy infantry charge there. But anyway, we ended up winning. You know, the game at times, it does feel a little bit long towards the end, but there's certain matches where you might just say have like 80 versus 80 at the end, like individual units, which each person has like, say like a dozen or so, and it really shines there to where you have to work as a team when you have that few people towards the end. But yes, there's a bunch of different types of units from what I can see here. I haven't gotten to play a lot of them because outside of premium units, the only tier I got up to in standard units is tier 3 in the closed beta here. Which score wise, usually for arty, I'm all the way here at the bottom. You know, I won't say I'm very good at arty in the least bit. I did better than the tier 4 arty player though, so I guess I got that going for me. As you see down here, there is CPU 1. This is that AFK person on their team that was being controlled, so you don't get any rewards or anything going AFK if people, you know, play your units for you. Which you can see here, there's different bonuses. You get bonuses for a party bonus, so essentially platooning, and you know, first win essentially plus 100%, premium count, winning, but diversity bonus using, you know, different types of units in your grouping here. But as far as different types of units, yes, there's infinite amount of ammo for every class outside of, let me click here, you can put different consumables. So say here, burning coals, Right now I have a consumable that increases my weapon range and also makes it a little bit more accurate. But there's stuff like smoke, burning coals, stuff like that, to where you only can fire it, say, like 4 or 5 times per catapult before you run out of it. But the standard, say, arrows or ammunition for any union is unlimited. Getting tongue-tied. Let me just buy this fast. But as far as different units go, so let me scroll out here. Once you start getting into the higher tiers, every specific type of tech tree, it branches out a lot. So you start out with swordsmen, which goes all the way up to tier 10 being swordsmen. These guys are still swordsmen, but they play a little bit differently depending on what tech tree you go down. You have spear cavalry here. Other nations have, as you see as we get up here, sword cavalry. You know, you just have different types to where, even though, say, they're horsemen or infantrymen, they do play differently based off of their weapons and stuff like that. Hello, Leonard. Nice to see you. We have javelins, which I've honestly liked playing the javelins. I've done very well in them so far. Even though the difficulty is hard, they've been a blast to play. Of course, you have heavy artillery here, and then down here, light artillery. But as far as like barbarians go, they have a lot of different units here. So they have essentially the Falxmen here. I haven't seen those played yet. Sword cavalry, archers, you know, swordsmen, and then here's the war dogs that you saw the last battle. So essentially, how they work, you have, you know, your actual, say, handlers for the war dogs, and they kind of set them off and they go attack things while staying hidden. It's, you know, it definitely looks hard to play those. I haven't tried them out yet. Let me hop into Germanicus here, into a battle.
I will do what must be done.
You know, Vertic, honestly, they would never do something like that. This game is very, you know, they're sticking to, it's a very hard game to play. There's a lot of tactics involved, a lot of, you know, it's a steep learning curve, and things are pretty much, you know, not this, I hate to use the word like historically accurate, but they keep things very realistic. So I don't think we'll ever see health packs. You know, once your unit's dead, it's dead. You know, there's no bringing it back in a battle. Really, the only thing that you can do to, say, boost certain things, there is, like, say, a hero. It's a barbarian one, where when you toggle his ability, lasts for about 20 seconds or so. None of your units can die. They'll just sit at 0 HP if they're gonna die, and they'll still fight until that ability runs its course. Then all your units die that would otherwise be dead. So there's certain things like that, but there's no healing outside of regaining morale. So but I'm still honestly learning this game. You know, when I closed alpha tested it, it was a little bit different. The UI was a lot different too. It was honestly really hard to learn about the game. The UI was pretty bad, where once Wargaming took over the publishing aspect, they're still not the developers. The creative assembly is. They definitely Wargaming-fied it. It's like World of Tanks now. Hello, Yachang-hee. Nice to see you. Which, I forgot, let me start a raffle here since the first hour is up. We'll do 1,000 Levi biscuits here. Typically for, you know, non-World Tank streams, I'd do a little bit more here, since there's not really a bonus for like ace tanker matches and stuff. Which right now, you know, I'm tier 3. there's a lot of tier 4 and 5 people on my team, so I'm a little scared right now, honestly. Where tier differences, they're not always the, you know, it's not like if you're a tier 3 you can't win against a tier 5, but you basically have to completely outplay that person, which, you know, I'm not exactly the best player at times, to where I kind of have to get lucky that someone makes a mistake. But right now I'm running 2 swordsmen and 1 javelinman. Kind of wish I had all 3 javelins here, so I can kind of hide behind someone with higher tier units than me, but I'll try to make it work here. Honestly, I do not like this map either. I might actually run up that way just because I'll stick here and see where I want to go. I've played Hadrian's Wall quite a few times, but basically, you know, there's this huge wall running through with a few areas destroyed. It's way too campy.
Capture the enemy base or kill all enemy forces.
Honestly, like, I find that if a team has artillery or you're not playing like an archer or something, it's pretty painful to play this map, because really it's just holding the choke points and shooting across it. But anyway, let me charge up here to get here a little bit faster. Yay, I just ran into my own guys. That's really bright on my part. They have quite a few scaries up here. Luckily, we got Big Spear Dude.
The enemy has drawn first blood. Swordsman! Double time! Javelin! Focus your fire!
Come on. I'm trying not to hit my own guys here. I like javelins though, because while they don't have a lot of range, I'm gonna have to use my longer range ones here. They do a lot of damage.
We're firing on our allies.
No, I'm not really hitting many of them. You just need to chill. I'm gonna try to flank this guy, but I might piss off my ally here.
Leave no survivors. Double time.
Just trying to open up a flank here for us.
The enemy base will soon be ours. Ready? Aim! Fire!
Alright, he's getting chewed through now, so I definitely have to help out.
Allied friendly fire! Attack! We're attacking our allies! Quick, beware! Allied fire!
Alright, horses, come help us. I like archers a lot. I probably like archers and spearmen the most so far. Alright, so I'm gonna start running that away.
Double time!
Congrats, John, on winning the raffle.
We have killed their general!
At this point, they'll be fine finishing off that last little bit. They do have catapults here, which this is where I was saying you can set up archers here, you know, if you're on the enemy, and fire off these walls, and, you know, unless someone has archers of their own, you're kind of going to be screwed. Yeah, I haven't really encountered too many people playing slingers yet. But balance-wise, you know, I kind of like the way that they have things balanced, where there's a lot of different things that work, and, you know, it's not just like rock, paper, scissors. Whoops, sorry, dude. I guess, yeah, I did a lot of damage there. Yeah, I've only played solo so far to where sometimes, yeah, if you don't have great teamwork, things can definitely be hard to play with certain setups. That's why a lot of my units now, I kind of mix and match.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
They've definitely dug in on their cap. I don't know if it's going to be the best choice for them, but we'll see. We're up by about 400 units here, but that doesn't always mean a lot here.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
Yeah, can you please stop saying that? I know, we keep getting reset. Uh-oh. Oh god, I don't have enough range on my own. Kinda have to go help that guy though. At least that's what I feel like I should do right now.
Right there! Our ally is suffering friendly fire! Charge! Focus your fire!
Come on, kill him! I'd like to kill these archers. But javelin men here, they're probably the unit I've done best in, even though I haven't played a ton of battles in them. Just, you know, it just seems right. Let's get in here. Kind of like cleanup time essentially right now.
Our base is under attack!
Unfortunately, they've got someone at our base, which is really not good. Oh crap, I guess... I didn't even see that. They have frickin' infantry spikes there. And I just ran into them like a frickin' stupid person. At least I cleared it for them, I guess. Thanks. You can thank me later. Why don't I guess run into him some more here?
We're under attack! We're attacking our allies!
Yeah, that was dumb on my part. I was like, why are all my people dying? Well, yeah, I ran in, they built those frickin' spikes there, and they're just camping. But, you know, that's a tactic you can definitely use. Crap, I should probably stay back here. Their archers are going to be able to outrange me. Splash God, flipcoin, stuff like that has a cooldown on it. We should still get this into end of it all here.
Ready? Aim! Fire! Apace! Destroy! Kill! Quick march!
Ooh, please don't shoot me, teammates.
Boudica is dead! Fire!
Yeah, we got this.
Victory awaits! Beware! Allied fire!
I'm not gonna shoot my own guys if I don't need to. Dylan, you know, I can get back to, say, Spearman. I'm probably still gonna keep things 2 Spearmen and 1 Archer, though. I've played a lot of matches with just like pure Spearmen and stuff, and I found as I got up to higher tiers, where, you know, if people played the game a little bit more, you know, it doesn't always work out very well, since oftentimes if you're not partied, you know, you're kind of on your own a little bit more so. But I'm kind of going through a little bit of everything I have right now, and then I'll kind of go back and double up on some matches here. But yeah, I got 4th place as far as total score goes, so I guess not bad for being tier 3 in a match with most, you know, most of the things being tier 4. Let me see. I can level these guys up a little bit more. Right now, you get 100% boost when it comes to leveling up, essentially, as far as gaining experience, credits, and stuff, since it's a closed beta. Might all your gold gets refunded at the end of a closed beta here, so let's see if I can. Kind of wanting to get something else to play. Got here. I don't really have barbarians played. I can play premium units for them, but when I play a little bit of cavalry, I'll see if I can. Even though I don't think I have a commander, that's the problem. So with the game, let me just go over this real fast. So essentially you have commanders that you level up. They start at tier 1. You only can use tier 1 units with them. As they level up, that's how you get to, even if you buy a premium unit, say it's tier 7, can't play it unless you level up your commander. So right now, you know, a lot of my commanders are lower tiers, and I could buy, say, like Alexander the Great and stuff, to where I think I might have enough experience. So let me try something here. So how the game's designed, it you know, kind of is a barrier to just hopping, you know, just say up to the higher tiers. To where I don't know if they're going to change that. I think it's kind of a good feature, because you can't just, you know, hop into, say, tier 8 like in World of Tanks in your first battle. My favorite unit so far, you know, it's either the archers or the javelins. I find I do best in and have the most fun in. So let me unlock. You can either use free XP or gold to unlock commander. So I'm going to do Alexander the Great here. Let me buy him, and then I should be able to get him to tier 3. So let me select. I just unlocked the Theban, I think, cavalry. So let me pop these guys. Whoops. That up here. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, you can add them all 3 at once, but I kind of screwed that up. Let me see what I want to do here. Why don't we do this? I haven't played too many horseman units, so this will be interesting. really, they're kind of like your scouts in the game. They provide vision, you're going to be flanking, so on and so forth. Up all that free XP there.
Shock cavalry.
And let's get going.
Nothing
But,
is impossible.
you know, with this game, when I first started playing it, playing tier 1 and 2, my favorite units were the spearmen. But I found as you got up the higher tiers, you know, lower tiers, not everyone knows what they're doing. So they're just going to like rush into you when you have spearmen and you're kind of dug in a phalanx. And you're just going to absolutely shred them. But so far, you know, dabbling, like I've played a few tier 4 matches, not that that's very high. I find while spearmen are still effective, people actually learn that you're not going to want to push into them. So unless you like playing defensively, which sometimes, you know, I don't mind it as a spearman, you're going to be taking a lot of shots and tanking damage in them, because not everyone's going to just rush into you unless, you know, they kind of have a death wish. But I'm kind of interested to see where this game goes. You know, it's getting very close to open beta. Which, sorry, Yuchang, I missed your message there earlier. A party invite, you know, if you send me a party invite, I would gladly accept it. I just, you know, I haven't honestly partied up with anyone in this game yet. So, sorry I missed that message earlier, but yeah, if you would like to party up, just send me a message and we can, you know, we can play together here. You know, I'm kind of interested to where right now the game's basically 10v10. I think putting any more than that as far as like player controlled stuff would be, you know, it would be a little bit demanding on PCs rendering every single unit. But right now I think the game's, you know, having 3 units, it's definitely enough. And, you know, it is fun to where the maps, you know, they are set on real places and they do feel balanced. Hadrian Wall, though, that's probably my least favorite I've come across so far. To where this is one of those games where, like, I think I said it last time I played this last week. Like, if I had to rank this as far as like fun factor and probably long-lasting appeal, like, I would say World of Tanks, you know, it's definitely my #1, but this is definitely fun because you can play fast-paced if you want to, playing like faster archers or horsemen here. Or you can play a little bit more tactically with like heavy infantry, spearmen, catapults, stuff like that. And, you know, you're never going to have the same battle over and over. Where, you know, I've played, you know, quite a bit of World of Warplanes and also World of Warships. And, you know, World of Warships, sometimes it gets a little bit too slow. And, you know, sometimes it's just too long and drawn out. Well, the animation, it works when, you know, there isn't the CPU lag. You know, some battles when you get that, it's just unplayable. I don't know what's the case with it because, you know, at least for me, my CPU's not maxed out, my GPU's not maxed out, and it's just a bug you encounter every now and then, unfortunately. Alright, so, I played this map a little bit ago. This was one in a closed alpha I played a lot on, but recently I've only gotten it today, I feel like. I haven't played it with horsemen now. Excuse me, can't lose my hat here. This is the first time I'm playing Alexander the Great though. We have 2 catapults, so he's gonna want to start kind of in the back. I guess I'm gonna start up in this area. I've only ever played in the town, so this will be interesting. Am I interesting? Probably bad, but we'll see how it goes.
capture the enemy base or kill
Alright.
all enemy
So Alexander, I
forces.
have hammer here, so essentially charging people head on, and then anvil, so that's a debuff. It's kind of acquainting myself to the units here. I'm gonna try to honestly get the watchtower to see what we can see first. This is gonna be very interesting. Well, I've seen people play horsemen and you make one mistake very early on and it's just kind of like game over. Right, so see a lot of stuff here. They've got war dogs up there, but right now my catapults have very good vision. I'm just gonna kind of hang out here for a second. Right now they can't see me as far as I know because they don't have their watchtower up. But right now, I'm honestly not seeing anywhere I would want to go. Oh, you guys have your vision. I'm gonna go south because it doesn't look like we're gonna have much people in the north, at least right now, but alright, he's going up there, good. I kind of felt bad leaving them without any vision, so I'm glad that's not the case, but right now I'm not too keen on just rushing in and diving into people. They've got that kind of locked down. I'm gonna go down all the way down here. Luckily these are pretty mobile, where hopefully I can kind of find a hole, since right now they have spearmen kind of all over the place here. Yep, there's my hole right now. I think there's still spearmen there. Yep.
Our troops are under attack! Quickly!
Stop shooting me! Shit, they're gonna set up, but screw it, I'm going for it. No! I'm running into all my people. This was not a good choice. Yeah, they're routed though. Because they're trying to run away. They should have just tried to hold steady. Honestly, if I was them. I don't know, Wired. Like, I guess we're screwing up somewhere. Maybe I screwed up, who knows. Shit, that's not good. Oh lord, I lost a lot of my guys for I think nothing, but they're all bunched up here, so honestly pushing on their little group here is not a good idea, so I guess I'm gonna go to cap. Screw it. See what we find here.
We are capturing their base!
Right now we have archers coming to me. I will help him once we get them on the base.
Quick march. Shock cavalry. Shock cavalry. Double time.
Yep, I got him off of there. I wasn't gonna flank him. I was gonna
Shock
hit him
cavalry.
from both sides here if I could.
Cavalry. Run.
But yeah, we're definitely not gonna be able to cap here. Oh crap, they actually have catapults too.
Shock cavalry.
Yeah, I've done crap this match. Oh lord.
Crush them. Death.
Yeah, I just missed.
Eyes are firing on us.
Oh. I'm such a noob. But it's okay. Alright, little archers, you're on your own now.
Brave tactician fires on his allies.
I know, the team chat. I'm gonna flank this guy, which their morale's going down right here. So I'm gonna try to help this guy out. If we can route this guy. Yeah, he turned around. They're starting to come back. No! Run away!
Quick march. Our troops are running.
Crap, this guy. He's the one with the catapults.
Cover them. Destroy. Kill. Double time.
Yeah, this is... We're kind of done for. We're down by 1,000. So, yeah, there's no point, honestly, for me to run away. So this is me playing Horseman. Yeah, that was a wonderfully bad experience there. Anyway, let me hop into something else. Hello, Carol. Nice to see you.
Alexander the Great.
Alright, so let me switch to... See, I've played a bit of that.
Leonidas.
Dylan, you asked for... you said Sparta unit? I don't know if you mean spearmen or like spearmen and archers and stuff.
Alexander of Macedon.
I'm gonna go with archers here, only because I can play them a little bit better. Hopefully you're fine with that. If anyone wants anything specific, I can try to do something. I probably have like 2 more, you know, 2, maybe 3 at most battles after this, since they take a little bit longer than, say, tanks. Which, you know, for World of Tanks, since a lot of you guys play it, tonight basically the patch hits, so tomorrow expect to see a lot of Badger tank destroyers out there. Probably gonna see quite a few of those things, so definitely keep that in mind if you're playing higher tiers. I'm gonna be doing my best to get out some updates on Watt Guru tomorrow. That's my plan. I've got a pretty good chunk of the morning to be able to work on some guides. I don't know if I'm going to start the Klondike map strategy first or the Which Tank Line is Right For You guide, but I'm going to be doing a lot on there. Okay, so when it goes to open beta, right now they're shooting for January. It's pretty much going to be the same what you see in the game currently, same maps, units, everything, except for hopefully some more bug fixes. That's going to be the last wipe as far as I know. More or less. So what you're going to get with that, you know, a lot of people play this game a lot. Like, even though it's a closed beta, it's essentially in its release form as far as the content. There's a lot of content, you know, out there as far as, you know, it's releasing with, say, more tech trees than World of Tanks did when it released. So you get wiped completely, going from closed beta to open beta, and what you get from essentially testing the game right now, from what I see, it's based off of the amount of battles you play, and also the amount of victories. It pops up in the game client right now, but right now I think it's 100 wins, to where if you do that, when it hits open beta, they give you, I think, 50,000 silver to start and like 75,000 or something free experience, plus you get a special title. So right now you see above my name, it's a Strategos. You get a special title from the closed beta for that, and you get a couple other rewards. I can try to click on in the garage, not the garage, the unit selection screen, I'll say. Kind of scaring me, we don't have a ton of people down here. Oh, hello, Jig. I assume you are, Yu-Chong. There we go. Sorry, I forgot your name for a second. I don't know how to whisper, to be honest. I will have to figure that out. If you're watching, I'm not ignoring you. You might want to push, dude. Just running back and forth isn't going to help you. Oops. Shit. Sorry, dude. Ah, he's not gonna let me through. I just killed so many of my people. I completely screwed up. I can run through him, but I can't run back. No, basically they reset everything, but any gold you spend basically gets refunded. So, you know, literally, if you have any gold right now playing, just, you can spend everything, and once they reset, you know, they refund 100% of what you spend currently in the closed beta.
Annihilate them!
Luckily, I can kind of shoot over those buildings right now. Yeah, well, yeah, the last match down 1,000, we're screwed. Alright, I need to run here.
We are firing upon allies! Cease! On my target! Quickly!
We're doing alright here.
Destroy!
This person kind of overextended, but we're still not out of the woods here.
Our men are under attack! Allies are firing upon us!
I just got clobbered by horsemen. I'm gonna try to make it out with some people, but that hurt.
Annihilate them! Attack! Archers! Archers! At the ready!
Very high threat, yes. Thanks for telling me that.
Our allies are in there!
I'm gonna try to help out. There's no point in me running. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna get caught and killed. I can't outrun horsemen. Because there's no other allies. If you look at the mini-map, they're all at their cap right now. Come on, archers, shoot! They're not that close. Yeah, we just got completely annihilated there.
The men are fleeing the battlefield!
But see you, Labobo.
The men are fleeing the battlefield!
No problem. I'm glad you liked watching. Honestly, I need to find how to... I don't know how to I honestly don't know how to whisper. Let me try to find it here.
Chosen of Artemis.
Oh crap. I lost your name. Honestly, I'm such a noob when it comes to this game to where the UI sometimes confuses me. Let's see if I can find... Here we go. Hopefully this works. Is that your name? That's your name. Yeah, maybe.
Commander!
I'm completely lost here, honestly, with this whole thing. This is,
Servant of the Republic.
it's
I am
embarrassing.
Alexander.
Anyway,
I am Germanicus.
I think that's your name. Honestly, whoever. See you, Rich. Have a nice night. Hey, I'll admit it. Whoever talked to me in the game, if you can hear me, say something again. But yeah. Let me hop into the battle here.
I will do what must be done.
I honestly don't know how to even party with people, to be honest. That's the
Orders?
That's the sad thing, you know? 'Cause I'm pretty sure this was the name that messaged me, but actually being able to do a party,
Germanicus.
I have
Council
no
of
idea
Rome.
how to even start one. So,
Battle
you know,
ready.
I'm just gonna hop into a battle here, because, the UI is something that, stuff like that, you can't, like, I don't even know if the person's online. It's just, looking back at the stream here, I rewound it. That's the name that messaged me, JJJGGG, and there's one ... So, it's confusing that there's no easy way, I guess, to party up with people. Who knows? I want to. Hell, I would be glad to play with other people in this game, because from what I see, I think you can party 4 people can play together. Being able to pick 4 units on your team and kind of work together and know that you have 3 other people kind of working as a group, it can win matches. You basically can win your whole flank, more or less, which is pretty important. Oh, there we go. That's the person. Honestly, still... Yeah, that's the person that asked me. I don't know if you're watching the stream or not. Maybe not. Maybe they're just asking everybody that's playing. But there's no invite, it seems like. But that's why it's an open, or not open, it's in closed beta, and it's actually a real beta in my eyes. Like, I've played a lot of like testing and stuff for games. This is, it's not the most like unpolished game in a testing phase. It's almost complete. It's just, it's actually a true test rather than just like, almost like a demo of the game. But pales into comparison. There is a game called, it was called End of Nations. I had high hopes for it because it was like the game that I streamed once here called Shattered Galaxy. First PC game I really ever got into, like multiplayer. And essentially it was an MMO RTS. So in a way, think Command and Conquer, but in Total War Arena format, kind of like this. It was honestly, it was fun as hell, but the game, you know, it just ended up kind of dying. But I was alpha testing that for a while. There's so many different bugs, and they were going in so many different directions. It was a fun game, but they ended up just scrapping the game completely.
Capture the enemy base or kill
That's
all
no
enemy
good.
forces.
Hopefully, you know, your dog feels better. Levi, he did that to me the other morning on Monday. He wouldn't eat his breakfast and he was like staring at me because he knew I was going to work. Fortunately though, you know, he ended up eating it because I not yelled at him, but I sternly pointed at his food enough times to where he ended up eating it. He can be grumpy. Why are you pushing like that, dude? I want to help you, but this doesn't make that much sense. There's only 2 of us over here, and they've got at least 3 different players here. But that's where drawing on the mini-map can come in handy, because I'm just telling him I'm moving back. Like, we don't have a watchtower on this side. We have one on the other side. So us trying to push into him, we're not going to catch him off guard. And it just, yeah. Not worth it. Which I'll do a raffle after this battle here. It's a little annoying, we don't have one person on this side. Okay, well that's good, that it's feeling a little, or he, not it. I don't like when people call animals it. I don't want to completely ditch this side, it's just these cavalry people here. I'm gonna ditch this side. That's where the bulk of the enemies are, so I'll head this way. Come on, my little javelin men. Honestly, I might go back to maybe having a commander with just pure javelins. Because honestly, so far, they're definitely kind of my favorite type of unit right now. A lot of the Dothraki horde coming across here. Let's just, there we go, they got him out. Yeah.
Focus your fire. Ready? Aim. Fire. Quickly. Attack. Right there. Swordsman! Apex! Swordsman! Javelins!
I don't think this is gonna end very well for me. I can't exactly put my finger on it.
Will soon be ours. Quick march!
It's all running past me at the very least, but it's not good for my teammates. Yeah. I may or may not have just let them right through, but what am I gonna do against like 5 million horsemen? I do have to set up here because go. Oh lord. It is getting a little bit confusing here. It's like, who's gonna flank who first? I might still... No, they're going for our cat now. I gotta go back.
Our base is under attack!
Now, this guy is Spearman. It's gonna be hard for me to attack him, which... This is part of the reason I have a Javelin and not just pure Swordsman, because me going toe-to-toe with him, he's just gonna be able to dig in, and unless I'm able to flank him, I'm not gonna be able to do anything against this guy. Okay, great. He got off the cap. I'll gladly just keep this guy running away. With him running away now, Actually, I do have to... Gotta worry about him getting to our catapult.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
That's a potential conundrum. Yes. So the pikemen, the long spears, yes, they are good at that. Essentially, not necessarily just against horsemen. They're good against any frontal attacks in general if you dig in. But flanking, you know, you can easily kill them. I think this guy's gonna head this way. We'll see. I might just be wasting my time. He could be hiding in the vineyard here just to try to draw me in, but trying to help my catapults here. We are up by quite a bit, so see him now. Just don't have a good clue on where he's at, since you can hide in these things pretty damn well. Daisy. I'm gonna take a little peek here. I'm probably not gonna like what I find, but
Our base is under attack.
nope, he went back to the base. Like frickin' ring around the rosy here. At least he can't run this direction. Maybe he can still run this direction, but
Focus your fire. Double time.
he's gonna be hard pressed to.
Swordsman. Javelins. Attack. Right there.
Yeah.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
I'm honestly just gonna toy around with this guy.
Swordsman.
Hopefully get him and flank him.
At the ready. Swordsman. Double time. Charge! Under attack.
Yeah, unfortunately I let him get
Quickly.
these guys, but
Our allies are firing on us. Aim. Fire.
alright, this is where the phalanx, he's pushing away from my javelin men here, so I'm gonna hit him from behind this way. I'm gonna hit him this way too, and flank him from both sides. Hopefully. Yeah. Where they're very strong going one direction, but crap, he actually repositioned himself here. Just get them that way. I might do a little bit of friendly damage here.
Victory awaits.
But there's just something to where me being able to flank that guy, that definitely helped me out. The yellow lines? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by yellow lines. Like, you can... Right back there I was dragging. You can actually drag and reposition your units kind of in the direction and the formation that you like. If you meant when I was hitting him, so say when I was throwing my javelins at him, yellow is essentially the damage that you're dealing. I believe blue damage is damage to enemy units, but javelins, if you hit your teammates, that's the yellow kind of numbers there. They're pretty small unless you zoom in all the way. Which fortunately, you know, we got a victory there. I was chasing someone around for most of the battle, so I didn't exactly place high up, but hey, a win's a win. So yeah, I'll definitely I'll definitely take that. Blue and yellow lines. We'll see next battle here. Why don't I play...
Consul of Rome.
I'll play barbarians here. Now, Spear Brothers here. This is a premium unit, so you're not able to, you know, change any of the stuff about them, which each unit has kind of like a little bio about it too. More or less, the only thing you can do is add a consumable to them. These are spearmen, so I can kind of form a barbaric phalanx here. It's not as effective as, you know, like a Greek phalanx. And it also, unlike the lower tier spearmen I have, so it has thrust. So essentially, instead of just standing there with my spears out, you can actually get a little bit further and jab people with it without actually having to advance on them. So you'd have a lot more abilities once you start getting the higher tiers. And being a premium unit, 50% more free XP, unit XP that you can then turn into free XP, and more silver, and it doesn't cost anything to replenish them as well.
The clans are ready to fight.
I'll take a look at blue and yellow lines. Are they like really small next to the units? Because it might be that the little damage numbers, where on the stream it just might look like little lines since it's not as clear as what's on my screen, but we'll see. It's looking up, you know, the profile here. Like, I've only fought 52 battles in the closed beta here, and I've won 50% of them. I still think they need to flesh this out a little bit more. Like, there's not too much to this page in the grand scheme of things, but I still kind of remember not this battle, but the Leonidas battle. You know, when spearmen work, they definitely work pretty damn well. Which, asking earlier what you get as far as when a closed beta ends. So right now, you know, there's a couple different titles here. There's only 20. This is where closed beta testers get a special title. I forget what exactly it's called. But for anyone that, you know, isn't in the closed beta or can't play yet, they're shooting for early January for the open beta for this. I assume when they do that, given that Wargaming's the publisher, you know, you'll see something on it in the Wargaming launcher, or even like on the World of Tanks page, stuff like that. Alright, so let me start another raffle here, since it's getting towards the end of the stream here. This will probably be the last fight of the stream here. Kind of surprised Levi's still being as good as he is. Alright. Alright, so it's Spearman. I'm not sure where I want to go. Man, it's windy outside. I guess I'll head here. Well, honestly, it's probably confusing because it's really confusing for me to talk a lot about this game because I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to Total War Arena here. But basically, the gameplay, everything feels similar to, say, World of Tanks as far as all the commands and everything. It's just it's to me easier to grasp because tactically speaking, most people can grasp warfare tactics like this. Yes, I do not want to push into him. Ooh, why are we... I probably would not do that.
The enemy draws first blood.
They've got swordsmen up here. Oh, these? You mean these yellow lines? That's vision, yes. So based off of terrain and other elements, that's where it doesn't always look, like a clear circle. It's based off of buildings and, basically cliffs, stuff like that, watchtowers. Ooh, we're actually getting artied, and yeah, this is not great for us. Whoa, don't rush out there. I have no idea what some of these people are doing. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just... we have two war dogs, which they don't really hold ground very well from what I've seen. I guess I'm gonna go here. It's just... oh lord, they just lit fires there. Not good. We got war dogs over here. We got a lot of people this way. Help team.
Our men are under attack. Defensive stance. Awaiting orders.
Oh god. My guys are on fire. Gotta love it. That's a consumable. Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed that I ran into that 2 times. And somehow they're able to stand just fine on it. I don't really get that very much. How people... I've run into the whole Scorched Earth consumable a couple times, and I don't completely understand how it doesn't damage the... Whoa, this guy's... he's running in... I'm unfortunately causing team damage here, but... that's because this guy's running into... I'm a little bit confused with... they don't have javelin units to where they should only be able to do that like once or twice, to where I guess that's just a different unit I haven't come across. Yeah, I'm honestly... I'm playing like crap right now. I'm just gonna run away. I don't think I want to go fight that guy on my own. Now what the hell? What's the worst that can happen here? I think I have people coming back to help, but nope, we're on fire again. Awesome. This is where, tactically speaking, This is why I should not use just all spearmen, because I am just getting completely outplayed here, and I don't really have any help outside of these guys with war dogs kind of running in trying to help me. But at least we won! Somehow we won! Congrats, Randall, on winning the raffle. I honestly didn't do anything that match aside from getting lit on fire and running around while people are lighting me on fire. But I guess we won somehow. I probably got last place because I literally did not do anything. So let me play one more battle because that was pretty pathetic there. But case in point why I don't run, say, just all spearmen, because if you don't have, say, like a ranged like, say, secondary ability or something, you're kind of screwed in a lot of scenarios. Yeah, I literally did nothing. I did more damage to my team than the enemy. So let me play something differently here. I'll play archers again here, which I probably have enough free experience maybe to actually skip up a tier here. Let's see how much I got. Yep, it's gonna be stock, but can actually get up to tier 4 equipment wise. Get the bow on them, but otherwise I don't have enough experience to do anything else. I might just go for the static buff here instead of a consumable that runs out. But this will be my last battle here, since that last one was pretty bad there. But again, capping people out, there's so many battles that I've seen where you can literally win even if your team's getting decimated, if you have like 2 or 3 people working together that just pushes their cap hard and just, you know, wins their flank quickly. Because it's kind of like tanks sometimes, where even if the enemy gets on the cap, you're still capping it in the process. It's based off of dealing damage to, say, each specific unit and each like group of units, to where you can essentially say take an enemy cap, put spearmen around it, you know, kind of in the choke points, and sit archers in the center, and unless the enemy gets in for the archers and starts damaging them, you're not going to be able to reset them. So tactically speaking, you know, it's important to win most of the map usually, but your team can actually, say, camp really hard in the base. We saw that once today. Or you can just, you know, bum rush the enemy cap on some maps that are a little bit smaller. But, you know, it's something to where there's so many different outcomes, even though you're playing the same. I think there's like 8 maps in the game. 2, I believe, since I saw people talking about it, to where they locked, I think it's like 2, maybe 3 maps I think you don't see until tier 7, I believe, only because they are very large and a little bit harder to play because you're more spaced out. Which we got Hadrian's Wall here, which fortunately I'm in, I have archers here. Because like I said, usually I'm on this map with like spearmen or infantrymen, and I'm just like huddling behind a wall as I'm getting like catapulted and stuff. But we'll see how this goes here. My next stream is going to be coming up Thursday morning, starting at 8 a.m. A lot. I'm actually going to move here because we have way too many archers on that side, I feel like. But hopefully tomorrow, I'll let you guys know on Discord or something. I'll be updating some stuff on Wakuru finally. Uh-oh, our catapult, oh god. We have catapults near basically. Yeah, we are really weak on that side because nobody chose their spawning spots. Oh, I guess I'm gonna be I don't even know what I should do honestly at this point. I guess I'm kind of stuck trying to help this side, but I'm probably just gonna end up running away. I can outrun infantrymen, but if I come across horsemen, I'll be in some trouble. I don't know if that guy's gonna win that fight, but his name's Nuberto. He does have vision, which until I get up here, I don't know what is around this little hump here.
Annihilate them! Under attack!
Archers! Quickly! Archers! Archers!
Ooh, Lord. No, 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 no. I'm about to be...
Quick march!
Yep.
Archers!
I honestly didn't even see that my guy ran completely away. I am going to be... This is going to be another cringeworthy match here. I am completely... Yeah. I'm just going to shoot all over the place and hope for the best, I guess. These guys have been routed, so I can't even control them. But, yeah.
The men return to our court! We must cease fire! Our allies are in there!
Archers! Quick march!
The men are fleeing the battlefield!
Yeah, no crappler fling. I got like frickin'... Yeah, you can ping the center all you want, dude, but literally our team left this entire flank open except for me and a couple horsemen. Yeah.
The men are fleeing the battlefield!
Yeah, I'm screwed. Well, anyway. Hello, Destroyer. Nice to see you. Unfortunately, these last two battles, I've gotten just clobbered here. Like, you know, so far I'm top 3, but I'm not going to end up nearly that high in the end. But this is where, you know, unfortunately our team, you know, unfortunately our team is completely leaving this flank open. Like, we had no spearmen, no heavy infantrymen, no one to stop them. Doesn't matter that we're doing too well down here unless we can get to their cap in time. But both teams have pretty defensible caps here, where, you know, we are up numerically, but hopefully in the grand scheme of things which I can actually control this guy. So I guess I'll take over this guy, since this is definitely my last battle here. That's one nice thing. I almost forgot about that, but luckily we have someone who's AFK. I'll just start playing with this guy's units, which I have no idea. Lord, I have no clue. Yeah. I've got Scorched Earth with this. I've never played with this barbarian unit. I think what I'm gonna do is... Oop, hopefully light them on fire. Oh lord. Where'd my other guy go? I have no idea. There they are. It's a little harder for me to find these. I don't know if I'm the only one controlling them, but that's where they're all stuck out there. I got lost for a second. Fortunately, that might actually cost me stuff. They've known about it for a while, Randall, to where they don't, you know, they don't mind it. Except for maybe, you know, when I'm locked in here. But yeah, I screwed up even playing this here. Oh well. At least I had a little second hurrah, but I kind of screwed that up, but somehow we still won because we capped them out. I guess that's the glory of things. I reset the cap, but didn't feel like I was doing much. I'm curious though, before I pop out here, if playing other people's units, you actually get rewarded for that. I don't think you do, but I could be mistaken. I'm not sure. I don't think you actually get rewarded for it. You might, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. You know, I like playing this game. It's fun. And, you know, it's only in closed beta right now, but I still think it's a pretty damn fun game to play. And, you know, I'm still learning things about the game. You know, I'm definitely not as knowledgeable in Total War than I am in, say, World of Tanks or other games like World of Warships, stuff like that. But, you know, it's similar enough to other wargaming games to where it is easy to pick up and kind of understand the basics. But tactically speaking, this is definitely a hard game to kind of master at the end of the day. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Glad, you know, some of you guys can make it here. My next stream, of course, is going to be Thursday morning at 8 a.m. For World of Tanks. And then Friday night, 8 p.m. For World of Tanks as well. Next week, who knows, we may be playing this again. If you guys voted in on Sunday again, I'm going to put up, you know, about 4 or 5 options again to pick from. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Have a very nice night. And, you know, have a nice Wednesday tomorrow. See you guys around. Have a good one.